Hey friends, it's time for That's Life with Julie, and today I have two new vocabulary words for you. The first one is lascivious, which is the expression of lust and or lewdness. The second word, licentious. I'm not sure Mr. Rogers ever had that word in his neighborhood, licentious. And that is that expression of lust and lewdness which is unrestrained, all right? Now, here's why I want you to have those two words in mind, because it really goes into this just thinking that I've had, these observations that I've had the past couple of weeks about how that has permeated this licentious just mindset, how it's just come front and center in mainstream America, but also front and center in the life of many Christians. And what do I mean by that? Well, I kind of refer to it as like the porny effect. Porny effect. I mean, think about it. There's a reality show called Pawn Stars. Wink, wink. The inference being porn stars, pawn stars, and that you know enough about it that you get it. And yeah, sadly enough, I got it. I got the inference. Didn't really like it, but I got it. And then also, you know, we've got this whole conversation going on in social media and in the culture about shades of gray, this women's fiction about bondage and sadomasochism and about love being expressed by being dominated by a man. Sexually. And then the movie Magic Mike, which is about a bunch of male strippers and, you know, lots of women talking about going to see this movie and enjoying it with their girlfriends and all that stuff. But here's really what kind of was like the cherry on the top for me. I was at a concert at Soldier Field with my daughter, and as one of the singers was, you know, singing the lyrics of the song, there was this video playing. Huge video screen, and 60,000 plus of us probably with our eyes lifted watching it. And it was a very sensual video. It was very erotic. It was basically two people making love. Softcore porn is what I would deem it. And it was embarrassing to watch that with these other people. It felt very awkward, but yet there was also this sensuality. I mean, you could sense it. And I'm telling you, the couple in front of me, they could sense it because they were like working it out right in front of Kristen and I, which just about made Kristen pass out. And I was just really kind of like, this is just not right. This isn't right that we're watching this together. It's not right that this is being shown, and it's not right that these people are so comfortable acting like that, and this is really pretty unrestrained. So here's my question for you. Not here to argue, you know, the book again. I'm not here to argue about the movie. What I want to ask you is that in your own life, and especially if you are a Christian, are there places in your life where this lust, this lewdness, this expression of sexuality has become really unrestrained in your life, where there's less and less control, and there are fewer and fewer boundaries and stops in your life? Because I'm asking you not because I've figured it all out, but because I've been there, I've been tempted, and my children, if they're listening to this, or oh my goodness, if my mom and dad were listening, they'd like totally pass out. But look, I've clicked before. I've seen things that I should not have seen, and I was appalled, and yet not completely appalled. And see, that's part of that whole licentiousness. I mean, that's part of how we're wired. That's part of why God says don't, because it's to protect us, because there's something in us that feeds on that, and we want to see more. And we want to think more, and we want to do more, and very quickly, you know, it becomes something that we absolutely have no control of. So my question to you is just simply this: are there areas in your life where there is unrestraint, and do you need to pull back in those areas? And you know what feeds that? Be it videos, be it books, be it conversations, be it simply your own mind, when you allow it just to go uncorralled and just think, and fantasize. And here's what I'd like to do, is to encourage you also that I want you to just to listen to what God says. Because really, God says don't, so you don't hurt yourself, right? so you don't bring things into your life that harm you. And as a 15-year-old, and maybe you're watching something and reading something, you're like, what's the big deal? Well, I can tell you as a 46-year-old that that'll bite you in the butt down the road. And that's why God says don't do it. Don't watch it. Don't listen to it. That's why. That's why he says it to us as 46-year-olds, because it's going to have an effect today and also as we're going into our 80s. And because our standard is the scripture as Christians. The standard is to think about things that are noble and lovely and good and worthwhile. Those are the things that we need to put in our mind. And listen, you can think about sex. You can think about that physicality in all those ways, in a very good way. I'm not telling you exactly what you can and cannot think. I'm just asking you to ask God, are there areas in my life that are unrestrained? Are there areas that I'm this close to totally losing it? And help me to draw back. You know, instead of holding on to the lowest rung and just being happy with that, I really want to encourage you to hold on to grip the higher thing, the higher calling, all right? And allow there to be a sense of goodness and a sense of holiness in every area of your life, in your sexuality, because Christ is in the totality of our life, because in him we live, we move, and we have our being. And God's not afraid of dealing with you and your sex stuff, all right? I mean, he thought of it, right? That's Life with Julie. I'll talk with you guys later.